Ladies and gentlemen, it is your high guy, your fly guy, the truth from the booth, B.I. Double, bringing you this week's edition of Mayhem, and we are kicking things off with action in the women's division as your women's champion, Liz, will go one-on-one with former champion Casey Myers. Correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this is the first time the women have opened up one of our shows. And you are now going to see why we have the best women in the world here in high-class wrestling. As the champ makes her way to the ring first. The champ, of course, not starting the season off the way she would like to. She is currently 0-1 after the loss to Suplex. Sue coming back in with a vengeance for Season 3. Liz looking to avenge that loss. We see if she has what it takes now, as we await the entrance of her opponent. Casey Myers is in the building. The Psycho Princess herself shocked the world winning that championship last season after being on something of a slump for well over a year. She could just never get it done in the big matches. Now she is looking to get her time back in the sun, knowing that a victory over the women's champion will do that. And before the bell can ring, the queen herself is in the building. TJ Ramirez wanting front row seat to this one. Let's not forget the rivalry these two had to end Season 2. Liz coming out on top in Smokeout. And I don't think the queen is a fan of that one. The bell rings and Mayhem is officially started. And Liz starts things off with that neck breaker. Now not only does she have to focus on the opponent in the ring, she has to focus on TJ Ramirez right next to the German announce team at ringside. And Showtime is in the building. And speaking of Showtime, there's a frog splash from Liz. Casey able to slide out of the way of that knee, turn things around with that big clothesline. Casey gonna have a speed advantage here, but will she use it? And right as I start to say that, getting the offense back on her side with the jawbreaker. And right into a Northern Lights, too early for the bridge, just looking to cause damage. Liz with the reversal. Sends Casey over the ropes, and that shoulder block puts her all the way down to the floor. As Liz gonna play it up for the fans a bit. I thought she was gonna fly. Back to the outside, pop-up Meteora. The back of Casey's head bouncing off of that floor. Liz now attacking with a series of kicks. And not stopping. Having TJ at ringside seems to have just provoked Liz. Who now has Casey up on her shoulders. And runs her spine first into the barricade. Referees count at 6. Now 7. Casey able to throw Liz back in. Follows her up. Casey whipped into the corner. And TJ has caught the attention of our champion yet again. These two almost nose-to-nose on the outside. Casey with a big right hand, taking advantage of the situation. And TJ looks like that's all she wanted to begin with. And we have seen this. This is not a position you want to be in, as Casey lays in those headbutts. Liz rocked after the right hand, then the series of headbutts now jammed sternum first into the German announce team. Liz able to fight back with a knee lift as the referee continues his count. Casey sent back in the ring. Liz follows. She pulls Casey to her feet. There's a clothesline. And a pair. Follows it up with that calf kick right across the chest. And a Steel City Harriet from the champion. But Casey pops up with that head scissors, takes advantage of the situation, falls into a cover. Liz able to kick out at 2. Casey playing a bit of possum there. And a knockout knee strike from the challenger. Casey ascends to that second rope, diving for, no. Looked like she was going for the forearm. Instead, knees caught Liz right across the jawline. Casey looking to wear the champ down now. And Liz, having none of it, breaks hold of the chin lock with the elbows. And Casey walked right in. But over the shoulders. Now a headbutt to the back of the head. Now looking for another series of headbutts. As the fans in attendance count along. Champ down. But Liz able to roll that shoulder at 2.5. Not looking good after all those headbutts. Casey now looking to end it. Hooks the arms. Psycho Crusher into the cover. And Liz pops that shoulder off the mat like it's on fire. 2.9. Liz back up. European uppercut rocks Casey. Casey responds with an arm drag. Goes for another headbutt. Liz not having it. Into a bulldog right into the bottom turnbuckle. Liz now snapmares her down. Knee right to the spine. Into a Japanese stranglehold. Casey able to turn it around. Modified arm drag out. Casey feeling it right now. Runs in. Crucifix driver. Now right back to those headbutts. Looking to make a statement here tonight against the champion, but Liz sidesteps that kick. Drop kick puts Casey down. Liz puts herself between the ropes. Casey still able to kick out at 2. Liz needs some big damage right now. The knee to the spine is the start. Now Shane's an Iceman with the Shining Apprentice. Liz looking to split the upright stomp right through the abdomen. back up. As Casey on the shoulders. And just drops her throat first across the top turnbuckle. Casey still with a little bit of life left in her. Big kick to the spine from Liz. Casey immediately back up. Just looked like it fired her up. So into the corner. Casey could be looking for high impact offense herself. And Jason is back in the building. As Casey could be looking for an avalanche psycho crusher on the champion. Back press hooks the leg. And Liz somehow kicks out again. Liz with that never say die attitude. But caught in that chin lock right now. Liz back to her feet again, able to break the grip. Looks like she was going for a Steel City Harriet there. Casey looks to hang her up. And that tree of Joey Lawrence goes for the stomp. Liz grabs the face, knees the forehead, flips out of the hold. Pop-up Rana into the cover, hooks too close to the ropes. Big kick to the spine. Casey pulled up to her feet again. Liz sets her center of the ring with that bulldog. Could be looking to end it here with that cradle DDT. Has her hooked. Spikes her right on her forehead. Pulls her away from the ropes. She is lifeless right now. But it seems like pulling her away from the ropes gave her just a little bit of time to recover. Casey's still in this thing. As Liz sends her into the corner. A foot right across the throat. Those long legs choking the life out of Casey. Now right back to it with the knee. Liz looking to ascend that top rope. Casey trying to roll out of harm's way. And as she gets back to her feet, diving crossbody into the cover. Casey able to kick out at 2 yet again. What a way to open the show with this women's match. Liz looks to take advantage one more time. "11 face plants into that top turnbuckle as the fans counted along. Leaping elbow though, Casey out of the way. Going for the pickup. Liz not having it. Modified flatliner caught her face on that bottom turnbuckle again. Knee to the spine, going right back to that Japanese stranglehold. Now trying to choke the life out of Casey here. Casey able to break the grip one more time. Over the shoulder arm drag. And Casey taunts. Liz not having it. German sends her halfway across the ring into the cover. Ref down for the count. And Casey somehow staying alive in this matchup. Another big kick to the spine seems to just fire her up. Fisherman suplex, no bridge. Going for that sidewalk slam. Got absolutely all of it. As Casey looking for a signature win over the women's champion. But Liz escapes with a fireman's carry. Pulls her to her feet. Steel City Harriet takes her down. Doesn't go for the cover. Pulls her right back to her feet. Swing out neck breaker. Liz continues the assault with that kick to the spine. Pulls her to her feet, sends her into the corner. Liz could be looking for some payback after Casey hit her with an avalanche psycho crusher early. And here it is. Avalanche cradle DDT. Liz falls into the cover. And what a match to open up Mayhem. We have only seen Liz use the avalanche DDT a handful of times. And tonight it gets the job done. And there you saw that first psycho crusher. And Liz trying to crush the windpipe. Dropping Casey throat first on that top turnbuckle. Right here we thought Casey had it. Avalanche psycho crusher. Gotta get a second look at it. Nowhere and no way for Liz to protect herself. Arms behind her back. Ate that mat face first. But somehow the resiliency of the champion coming into play. Able to kick out at 2.99. And after a Steel City Harriet and Avalanche cradle DDT for the victory. As Liz not only able to get past Casey Myers, but fight through the distractions of TJ Ramirez at ringside. Proving why she is still your HCW Women's Champion. As we look to get set with our next matchup, and I am extremely excited for this one. It is a triple threat match. Not just any triple threat match. It features the breakout stars of Generation 3 of High Class Wrestling. After Nasty Nick and Moto started it, Wizard, Superstar, and Iceman would continue the trend. But when they needed more stars, these were three of the first men chosen to be part of that roster. Ricky Shea, original member of the group, the Triple Threat. Steve Taylor, now leader of the Triple Threat. And Adam Robinson. All three men have held the World Championship. All three men have held Tag Team Championships. All three men have held the hybrid or equivalent to that title. Now they meet in a Generation 3 triple threat match here on Mayhem. And you gotta think it has implications for the winner. Ricky Shea and Steve Taylor both in factions. Adam Robinson looking to climb his way back to that hybrid championship. We see which one of these three men will pick up a victory as the Generation 3 triple threat match is next here on Mayhem. And Ricky Shea, the most dangerous man on earth, the breaker of arms, is in the building looking to inflict punishment on his opponents. As Ricky is now ready to make them rise with the fallen. A group that dominated Season 2. A group that can continue to dominate Season 3. As we know Superstar has a chance at Showtime's World Heavyweight Championship at our first pay-per-view, which... perfect transition. I told you we would have information for you on Mayhem. The first pay-per-view will take place in 3 weeks' time. New York City, the Manhattan Center's Hammerstein Ballroom. HCW is coming for Ballroom Blitz, and it will be main evented by Superstar versus Showtime. And in the next 3 weeks, we will figure out every other match on that amazing night. As Adam Robinson looks to possibly punch his ticket to the Manhattan Center. Every win counts in HCW, especially wins over top talent. It is time for this company to make its way to one of the most historic buildings in wrestling history. But before we get there, we have 3 weeks of amazing action for you. And right now, the third man in the Generation 3 Triple Threat match, the leader of the Triple Threat, and that's a lot of threes. Steve Taylor makes his way to the ring. And the hate from Showtime continues for Steve Taylor. Ricky Shea, Adam Robinson, Steve Taylor, Generation 3. The bell rings and this match is live. And immediately a double team there on Ricky Shea, as they know who the most dangerous man in this match is. Holds the arms back, series of knife edge chops, follows it up with that neck breaker. Adam Robinson wasting no time though. Impaler DDT takes Steve Taylor down early. Low swinging neck breaker. Sends Steve against those ropes. Flapjacks him on the way back. Sidewalk slam from Adam Robinson, something you don't see often, as Steve Taylor on the outside looks to get himself back together. Ricky pulled back into that back elbow. Steve taunt, not where you want to be. Floor dropped out from under him, catches his chin on the top turnbuckle. Big slap to the face, followed by a pullback back elbow. Adam Robinson on fire right now. Reverse DDT takes Ricky down. Ricky back up, hammerlocks the arm into the body slam, starting to go to work early. Ricky now ascends that second rope. And Adam Robinson dumps him. Now taking advantage, but Steve over the shoulder neck breaker as Ricky is on the outside trying to compose himself. Big right hand takes Adam Robinson down. Steve Taylor in the corner drops the forearm. Inverted atomic drop. Ricky follows up with that armbringer takedown. And both of these men trying to destroy Adam Robinson now. Adam Robinson like a man without a country. It's Ricky Shea representing the Fallen. Steve Taylor representing the Triple Threat. And Steve Taylor also representing a damaged arm after that running arm wringer takedown. Now up onto the shoulders. Snake Eyes in the corner. As Ricky continues his path of destruction in high-class wrestling. He is a new man since joining the Fallen. And now a hanging armbar to that same damaged left arm. Adam Robinson right there with the follow-up European uppercut. Steve, though, able to catch the kick, take him down. Ricky back in. Right back to the left arm wringer takedown again. Steve ducks the clothesline, does not see it coming the other way. Adam taking advantage of the situation. Up on the shoulders, but Ricky, reverse DDT down. Steve on the outside now. Adam able to sweep the leg like the Cobra Kai dojo. Into the cover. Not even a 1 count as the breaker of arms is serious about competition. But Steve Taylor is serious about this match being no disqualification. Sledgehammer to the chest of Ricky Shea. Big clothesline from Steve. Make it 2. Ducks 1. Snap power slam. Adam Robinson right there over the shoulders and drops Taylor with that DDT. Into the cover. Looks like, yep, Steve busted open off that DDT. See trickles of blood coming down the forehead as Adam Robinson continues his assault. Now dropping heavy elbows and stomps to the lower back. Seated drop kick there. But Adam was ready. Electric chair drop onto Ricky Shea. Steve Taylor down in the center of the ring. Adam Robinson, only man standing, goes for the pin. Ricky kicks out at 1. Should have went for the pin on Taylor. As Robinson looks to work on the neck. Shea rolls through, breaks the grip. And a Ricky Shea device on that damaged right arm. He's been working on it. Steve was trying to break the hold. Ricky was having none of it. Ricky Shea got his face stomped on twice and still continued applying that pressure. There's that psych out lariat to the back of the head of Steve Taylor. And this one did not last long at all. Ricky Shea is a man on a mission and a member of a group on a mission, and that is pure dominance of high-class wrestling. There's the oh, his legs were in the air. That's how he got busted open. That was pure forehead to mat contact. Adam trying to get things back on his side with that electric chair drop. Ricky would be able to kick out there. And right here, locks into Ricky Shea device. That rolling cross arm breaker. And you see Steve stomp it away. And Ricky refusing to release that hold. Ricky Shea plays absolutely 0 games as the breaker of arms continues the destruction of high-class wrestling. From there, we move on to a singles match also with a member of the Fallen, this time the leader of the Fallen, Victor Black, going one-on-one with Mr. HCW Hunter Clark Weaver. Weaver stepped it up big time in Season 2. Victor Black's kind of been on a downswing as of late. This match could prove huge for Weaver. If he can pick up a victory over a multi-time world, a hybrid, and tag team champion, he will just shoot right up the rankings. And Showtime's Buddy Blue English looking to pick up the W here. As Hunter Clark Weaver makes his way to the ring. Vic Black ain't got no belt to hold down, sir. Where have you been? Weaver in the ring. And Victor Black is in the building. Asian candles, stop it. Hunter Clark Weaver, Victor Black. Our next match is started now. And Weaver goes in immediately. Gut wrench suplex on Victor Black. Wasted no time as he snaps off an overhead belly to belly as well. People have said for a long time that Weaver reminds them of a young William Regal, and he's proven it here today. 2 suplexes and a knee lift. But Vic, using that speed, ducks under, butterflies the arms into the suplex. Ducks under, holds on for the neck breaker. He has a speed and a technique about him that is very, very unique, very Victor Black. As he drives that top rope into the throat. A big right hand turns him around. High angle belly to back suplex, Weaver down. Quick cover from Black. Looking to work on every part of the body as he tries to blow out that left knee. Weaver making his way back to his feet. I was going to say just to get knocked back down, but he sidesteps that forearm. Sends Black off the ropes. Both men collide dead center. Collide again, but Victor pulls him back with that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Now sends him over that top rope. Eats a Gamagiri on the way in. Weaver now has him up on the shoulders, gets payback, and drops Victor throat first across that top rope. Going for the cutter. Steve Taylor's made himself 20 bucks after that loss. Going for that back suplex again, but Weaver able to turn it into a crossbody. Now into the cover. Vic able to kick out at one. And a rake of the eyes. Into a half Nelson suplex. Continuing to look like a young Regal here. Blue English has a clear victory in mind as he knocks Victor Black down, but Victor runs through him with a forearm. Arm wringer into that short arm clothesline. We know Blue English has the strength advantage. The referee's count is at 4 after bouncing Victor's head off the floor like a basketball. Victor sends him sternum first into the table, but Weaver able to fight back with the knee and some clubbing blows. Count of 7, back in the ring to break the count. Now dives in. Victor out of the way, back to his feet. Weaver takes advantage again, sends him into the corner. Looking to put him up top for some high impact offense. And Victor fights back with the boot. Flying clothesline turns Weaver inside out. Victor looking for payback. Now drops Weaver throat first on that top turnbuckle, or excuse me, top rope. Perfectly placed drop kick right between the shoulder blades. Now the submission specialist locks in a Steiner recliner. Weaver able to get his foot on that bottom rope, forcing the break. Drops him throat first again, springboard elbow. Great combination there from Black as he goes into the cover. Another drop kick between the shoulder blades. As Victor now goes to work on the lower body, jamming those knees into the mat. Never has been one to focus on one part of the body. Dissects you as he has him hooked. Darkness falls. Now a face plant. Weaver getting the holy hell beat out of him right now. Able to roll out of the way of the chop. Runs in. Front face lock. Turns into a snap suplex right into the corner. Weaver now. Straight jacket DDT. Usually follows that up with that straight jacket powerbomb. Now he's looking for it. Showtime has named it the Blue English Bomb. Drops Victor Black into the cover. And Black able to kick out at 2.5. I thought the downfall of the Dark One continues. Looks like he's still in it. Back elbow. Blocks it. Then a hip toss. Victor now sends him over that top rope. Looks to follow him to the outside, and that's not where you want to be. Belly to back suplex on the apron. The hardest part of the ring. And a curb stomp on the outside. Shades of former ultra-violent champion Shane Wolf. And he's going to make it a pair. Try to put Weaver's head through the floor of this building. Weaver going for another powerbomb. Black not having it. Weaver, though, right hand follows it up with a backbreaker. Victor sent back in the ring. Weaver follows. Into the cover, hooks the leg. And Victor Black able to kick out at 2, but a stiff kick in the spine there from Weaver. Whips him around, snapmares him down into a rear chin lock. Weaver looking to apply that pressure. And Fergal Flynn with words for the world champion as Victor Black breaks the grip with a jawbreaker. The merch messiah is in the building. Back elbow from Black. Hit him with a right hand. But Weaver answers back with a stiff forearm. But it looks like Weaver was busted open off that elbow. Black able to fight back with the elbow. Over the shoulder, holds on to that neck breaker one more time. Drops himself into a cover. And Weaver able to reach out and grab that bottom rope. Weaver able to sidestep the grab there. These men trading blows in the center of the ring. And a nasty snap DDT from Victor Black. Yeah, we had to get new refs after all that BS last season. Those guys were terrible. Butterflies the arms. Into the backbreaker. Black not done. Pulls him right back to his feet. Turns him around in a belly to back suplex. Pulls him back to his feet again. Onslaught of offense right now from Victor Black. Darkness falls. Into the cover. Weaver now blood pouring down his face, but still able to kick out. You can kick out all you want, but oh! Victor was going to make sure you had to tap out, but Weaver fights back with a jawbreaker. Straight jacket. Blue English bomb. Cover. Ref down. And Victor Black kicks out again. And in case you haven't already noticed, we're at almost 45 minutes and we still have 3 matches after this. We are making sure we give you your money's worth after that short mayhem last week. But Blue English to the tippy top. Avalanche belly to back suplex. And more accusations of steroid use for the world champion. Let's not forget that's what got him stripped of the champion before. As Weaver goes down into that cover again. And again rakes the eyes of Victor Black, but Victor able to fight back with a right hand. Sends him into the corner, forearm to the spine, kick, and a clothesline out. Big forearm, big right hand. Weaver has an answer for everything right now. As he wraps up that arm into the snap suplex. Right back into the rear chin lock. As that's a perfect shot of the blood flowing down the forehead. That's going to be on the cover of a magazine right there. A bloodied Weaver cranking on that rear chin lock. But Victor Black fights out again. Weaver sends him into the corner. Now pillar to post. Follows it up with that big clothesline. Into the cover. Victor out of the way of the kick. German suplex with a bridge. Weaver able to fight his way out of the bridge, though. Strike combination. Victor puts him on that bottom rope. Clubbing blow, drive-by knee. Speaking of William Regal. Vic now to the second. As he just waits for Weaver to get up. Could be looking for that forearm again. Got all of it that time. Now has him hooked. Darkness falls yet again. Into the cover. And Weaver refusing to give in. What a performance from Blue English. But Victor looking to end it all here. Has him hooked with that front chancery into the hanging guillotine. And the blackout is locked in. Nowhere for Blue English to go but the match of his life. Bloodied, battered, and broken took Victor Black to the limit. Victor Black looking for a handshake. Blue English obliges. What a match here on Mayhem. He can barely stand, but the sportsmanship from Hunter Clark Weaver, that's a 5-star match. 100% 5-star match. I feel bad for who has to follow this. But I will say this. Who has to follow this match is somebody I have been excited about for a long time. I personally scouted this rookie. I brought him to the attention of the higher-ups, and now he will make his debut here on Mayhem as Cesar Gonzalez, the Mexican Playboy, goes one-on-one with HCW's newest signing, Hardwood Rich Mahogany, makes his debut next. And Showtime is going to laugh because Showtime was there when we brought him in, and the kid did a workout. He looked great. His fundamentals are on point. His movement is very good. He can speak. But at the end of all of that at the tryout, we asked him, well, what's your name? And when he told us his name, he was signed immediately. We laughed for a solid 35 minutes, easily. And he said that is exactly what he wanted. The name makes you laugh. The skills make you pay attention. It's the Mexican Playboy versus Hardwood Rich Mahogany in his debut. Next on Mayhem. And it is time to get the party started. The Mexican Playboy is in the building. And there is no such thing as a time not to turn up when it comes to Cesar Gonzalez. Fans in attendance dancing along with Gonzalez as he sambas his way down to the ring. Cesar Gonzalez channeling his inner Jermaine Dupri because the party don't stop till he walks in. And now the debut Mr. Wood Grain in pain, hardwood, rich mahogany. And what a contrast in styles from that upbeat entrance. Mahogany looks like there's a little bit of nerves making his debut. And if I was him, I'd be nervous too. You're in there with a former Super Junior and Tag Team Champion. In there with a man who's been in this company for years, and you are making your debut in the 3rd season of the best damn pro wrestling in the digital world. As the bell rings and Mahogany's debut officially starts. Butterfly suplex to start things off. And Fergal Flynn is now claiming that he is buying Grove Street to turn it into Grey Goose Ave. Another butterfly suplex from Mahogany. There's a backbreaker starting things off fast. Gonzalez too concerned with partying. Not concerned with the rookie. Sends him off the ropes. Go for that big boot. Gonzalez sidesteps, has him hooked. Layout reverse DDT. There's a jawbreaker. Mahogany back on his feet. Running double sledge. Mahogany now taking his time. Gonzalez rolls through, up, Monkey flips him down. Gonzalez extremely athletic as he hits that Tyrian DDT. Has a Lucha Libre background. Another Tyrian DDT. And as I've said, is a former multiple-time Super Junior and Tag Team Champion. Dives in with that drop kick. 2 boots right to the mush. Mahogany down. Drops all the way to cross that knee. Now takes advantage, sends Rich off the ropes. Back elbow, drops him. Off the ropes on his own, drops the elbow. Gonzalez going to use that quickness advantage. He puts Rich on that top rope and slingshots him back. Rich, though, fights out, short arm shoulder tackle. Now to the second rope as he waits for Gonzalez to make his way back to his feet. Diving axe handle off the top. Nothing pretty, but it's effective. Now up onto the shoulders. As Rich drops him into the cover. Rookie mistake there, did not hook the leg. Now getting a little too excited, playing to the crowd. He'll learn something about violating Wizard Rule. Give it time. A run through neckbreaker. Gonzalez there, rake of the eyes. Do not let that fun-loving attitude fool you, as this man can go. Vertical suplex. And he is not above dastardly tactics, back rakes and eye rakes and low blows. We've seen it all from Gonzalez. Cesar to the outside now. Looks like he was thinking about getting a weapon. This is not a no DQ match, so instead figure fours the neck and rains down the elbows. Overhead kick from Mahogany, back on his feet. Another drive-by neckbreaker. Gonzalez rolls to the outside. Rich follows him out, but gets caught. Monkey flipped and caught his legs right on the top of those steps. Then eats that knee drop. And Flynn says next time he sees Bake, it is on. And I am sure we can make that happen. What I'm not sure of is if Rich Mahogany can continue after getting his ribs jammed into those steel steps multiple times. Gonzalez taking a little breather on the outside. He now ascends to that second rope. Somersault senton. Now popping that left elbow of Mahogany. Has him up, payback with that snake eyes. There's a low arm drag. Mahogany trying to get back into this thing. Bounces Gonzalez's face into that top turnbuckle with Gonzalez fighting back. Fireman's carry. Pulls Mahogany back to his feet. Now sends him over that top rope. Shoulder block. That's not where you want to be. Sunset bomb to the floor. Welcome to HCW, kid. Mahogany, tough as nails, right back on his feet after that sunset bomb. He eats the right hand. And a Michinoku driver for good measure. Gonzalez in firm control of this matchup as he snaps off that shining wizard. Now picking Mahogany apart. Big right hand turns him around. Aztec suplex. That's it. Ring the bell. As Gonzalez welcomes him into high-class wrestling the hard way. We're going to get another show of sportsmanship. As Gonzalez puts the seal of approval on Rich Mahogany. We get set for our next match, and they are not going to be happy about this one, as the two men who beat the hell out of each other last week are now being forced to team together. It is the hybrid champion, the Iceman, Lance Walker, teaming with Trustin Banks as they take on the Tokyo Terrors. I have been hearing these two complain non-stop all day about being forced into this matchup. Nobody cared. The match is happening. Iceman able to pick up that victory. Banks refusing to stay far away from Iceman right now. It was actually, I've heard rumblings, it was his idea to be in this match. I'm sure there's some sort of weird, nefarious purpose. But all I know is that a team not on the same page, it's not a good look going against the Terrors, former tag team champions, and a true cohesive unit. Flynn saying the kid has no future and he could sell that as pay-per-view gear. You probably could. Pretty sure you could sell anything. But the kid's just getting started. His first match in the company. As the hybrid champion makes his way into the building. And There's a look at that beautiful new belt. Well, same belt, just slightly color changed with that ice blue steel. Shout out to Cross Enterprises yet again for these amazing championships. Damn. Flynn continuing the trash talk on Showtime as the X Factor has now joined the chat. And Trustin Banks making his way to the ring. And the Tokyo Terrors make their way down to the ring for tag team action. And Iceman tags himself in. And we have dysfunction already. And this match just getting underway. Matsuda up and over with the arm drag. Fergal taking shots at everybody tonight. Matsuda sent to the corner. And we have a malfunction there. As Iceman with that forearm right into the face. Those two arguing on the outside. Baseball slide from Matsumoto. And these two can't get it together just like we knew would happen. Iceman sent back into the ring. Trustin Banks on the outside. Slingshot leg drop from Matsuda. Now looking for those elbows. Big forearm from Showtime. Or I said Showtime because he's in the chat from Iceman. Trying to read and commentate at the same time. There's a lot going on. There's a quick tag. Off the ropes. Reverse DDT combination there. Can these two get it together? Banks drops that knee across the back of the head. Big right hand turns Matsuda around. Sleeper slam. Leaping neck breaker there from Matsuda. Looking to tag in Matsumoto. As the ref continues his count, Matsumoto sent face first into that steel ring post. And a big vertical suplex on the floor. Referees counted 7. Matsumoto sent back in. Trustin Banks follows, but he's able to hit that tag. Matsuda back in. It's a great neck breaker there. Trustin Banks looking to follow it up. Banks wearing down Matsuda here before pulling him up to his feet. Goes for the suplex, but Matsuda blocks. Right hand to the gut. Big haymaker turns him around. German suplex. Tears cutting the ring in half. Iceman isolated on the opposite side. Sent into the corner. Banks with the reversal, but a backflip from Matsuda. Off the ropes, ducks the clothesline. Flying forearm takes Trustin Banks down. Banks fight from the ground with the punch. Leaping neckbreaker takes Matsuda down. Now into the corner. Going for the splash. Nobody home. Pop-up Rana there. Matsuda looking to keep Banks away from Iceman. As he has him hooked and spikes him. Now a heel hook. Trying to make Banks tap. Banks able to fight back with that boot to the mush. Tags in Iceman. Out of desperation now. Iceman whipped into the corner. Terror side of the ring, not where you want to be. Looking for some double team action. And this could be it. Brainbuster into the roundhouse kick. Now down for the cover. Referee preoccupied with Matsuda still in the ring. Snaps off a German on Banks. There's a knee lift from Iceman, looking to get back into this matchup. Rolling leg breaker. Matsumoto able to fight out of that submission. Snapmares Iceman down in the terror side of the ring. Iceman back up, nasty forearm, rocks Matsumoto. Matsuda catches him in the back of the neck with one of his own. Reversal in the corner. Matsumoto now with that back elbow. Catches him. Eat the feet. Now back into the corner. Could be looking for that combination one more time. There it is, brainbuster roundhouse. Ref down for the count. Banks able to get through to break it up. Banks dropped. Arm breaker from Matsuda. As he ascends to that top rope looking to fly. Banks down on the outside. Iceman by himself right now. Drop kick plants the champion. Matsumoto not looking so good. Told Matsuda to go on for a second. Something must be hurting on Matsumoto. As Iceman fights out with that clothesline. Knife edge chop blocked. Matsuda sends him into the corner. Matsumoto back up. Just had to shake off that knee, it looks. That's not where you want to be. Sweet and sour suplex into the corner. Banks just now getting back to his feet. Rolling neck snap from Iceman. As Banks is hurt in that corner. Now into that modified figure four. Matsuda with the immediate escape. Jawbreaker from Matsuda rocks Iceman. Turns him around, holds on to the neck breaker. Iceman with the reversal sends Matsuda into the corner. Big stinger splash. Hot tag, Matsumoto in, trusted Banks in. Matsumoto was shaking out that knee on the outside. Banks took forever to get back up. The two damaged men now going one-on-one. Matsumoto drops a flurry of strikes. Banks playing possum, double leg takedown. Hits the kick. Turns him over. Snap reverse DDT. Into the cover. Matsumoto able to kick out. Banks grabs a hold of that trapezius muscle. Tries to weaken the arm. Takes some of the strength out. Now thinks he has him where he wants him. Looking to set up a trust fund. Rolls into the cover. And Matsumoto kicked out immediately. Iceman snaps off that reverse DDT on Matsuda. Big clothesline from Banks takes Matsumoto off his feet. Making another and another. Ducks. Has him coming back in. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Looking to do it one more time. Snap reverse DDT. Matsumoto using that leg strength. Shoves him back. Matsuda tagged back in. Don't know how much better he's looking in this one. Goes to work on the arm, possibly setting up that triangle. Big roundhouse kick drops Banks. Grabs hold, single leg into the dragon screw. And drops the knee right to the spine. Matsuda measuring drive-by knee strike. Setting him up for that single arm brain buster again. Now into a Northern Lights, Bridges. And Iceman refusing to come in and break up the pin. These two had problems the entire match. As Banks picks up yet another L in the early stages of Season 3. These two having words. Something tells me we have not seen the last of Trustin Banks and Iceman. As we get set for our main event. As Logan Neal looks to step it up. And what better way to step it up than going one-on-one with Bake. Honky Kong will be in the building next, the former World Heavyweight Champion. As Logan Neal will face the biggest challenge of his young career. The thing with this is he does not have to win this match. A good showing against a top star like Bake is all you would really need to skyrocket himself up the rankings. And a victory over Bake would almost guarantee him a shot at a championship. We see what happens next as we know that Fergal Flynn has his eyes on Bake. Our main event is next. And Bake making his way to the ring. And Flynn not having it. Beating the holy hell out of Bake on the apron, shoving the ref, continuing to beat the hell out of Bake. We got security guards coming down, and Flynn is raining strikes. Ref now checking on Bake. He may have been knocked out. Remember what I said about this being the biggest match of Logan Neal's career. Well, Flynn may have just inadvertently given this kid a win. Both men in the ring now. But at the same time, that may have just pissed Bake off. He snaps off the backbreaker. Neal with the reversal sends him over that top rope. Looking to bring him back in the hard way. The kid's got strength. Neal now with Bake up on his shoulders. Catapults him onto that top strand. Neal in the corner now. Looking to continue the assault. He knows Bake's weakened. Corkscrew European uppercut. Not only is Bake weakened, but we know Neal's going to have a quickness advantage. Bake all power, no speed. As Neal drops that Union Jack right across the forehead. Bake fights back, European uppercut of his own. Pulls the kid in for that short arm clothesline. Bake going for the Bake Crusher, and Steve Taylor just made himself 20 bucks. Look at that quick go behind into the gut buster from Neal. Neal is feeling it right now. Bake fights back from the apron with the forearm. Now a big belly to Baker suplex. Whips the kid around, snapmares him down, pulls him right to the mat with that side headlock. Neal reverses back to his feet, side headlock of his own. Releases Bake in, showing the strength, has him up on the shoulders. Runs him into that corner. Oklahoma Stampede. Now into the cover. Count of one, Neal able to kick out. Big off the ropes, fat boy splash. Neil fighting from the ground though. Gut punch. Bake catches him coming in. That's not where you want to be. Going for the power bomb. Neil not having it. Right hands. Goes behind again into that gut buster. He might not necessarily be fast, but he's sudden. As Neil has the big man up. Shoryuken. Rolls Bake away from the ropes. Drops the leg, needs to continue the pressure. Now Union Jack to the forehead. And Flynn doesn't want the kid to waste a chance, and it's not looking like he's going to. Has him up. Deal breaker. Into the cover. And Bake able to kick out at 2.5. Bake double legs trying to catch his breath, falls into a cover. And Neil kicks out at 1. Bake go behind, go for the German, but no. Arm drag from Neil. Neil puts Bake on that middle rope. Off the ropes. 619 from Neil. Someone tell me the country code for London so we can change that. That is not where you want to be. Thought he was going for a power bomb. Instead hangs Bake up on the top turnbuckle. Kid has incredible strength. He's trying to stomp the life out of Bake in the corner. Another quick cover. Bake able to kick out again, but Neil not letting off the gas pedal. Bake fights back with that strike to the gut, but again, Neil with the reversal. Has him in that cravat into the neck breaker. Patented Logan Neil offense. Turns Bake around, now sends him into the corner. Puts him up on that top rope. Big right hand. Looking for an avalanche. German turns Bake inside out. Stomps him. Pulls him away. Now stomps the left arm. Needs to stomp the right. Take the Steel City Lariat out of the equation. Bake beaten down, but still able to kick out. Point of the elbow right to the forehead. Neil off the ropes. Leaping elbow, but Bake slides out of the ring. And slides back in. Takes Neil, sends him into the corner. Bake could be looking for payback after that German, but instead puts him up in that tree of woe and stomps him right in the throat. And Neil kicks out at 1. The resiliency of this kid, but Bake ascends the top turnbuckle. Super fat boy splash. Driving every bit of oxygen out of the body of the real deal. Now Bake with that camel clutch. Neil picks both ankles, hangs Bake up on the bottom rope into the cover. Bake able to kick out at 2. Neil stays on him. Round kick right to the chest. Puts the big man up again, and it looks like his EX bar is full. Shoryuken. Pulls Bake to his feet. He's wobbled. Vertical suplex. Setting it up one more time. Hooks him. Deal breaker. Into the cover. Bake busted open. And Logan Neal with the biggest victory of his career. You can give the assist to Fergal Flynn, but all that matters is the record book will say that Logan Neal has beaten Bake. It took a beatdown, a pair of Shoryukens and deal breakers, and all the offense he could muster, but Logan Neal, in his first ever main event, picks up the victory over a bona fide beast. And that right there was the beginning of the end. When he picked the ankle, Bake fell throat first on the bottom rope. And it was all downhill from there, and it would end right here with a deal breaker that busted Bake open. And Logan Neal can bask in the glory of a main event victory. And that is going to do it for us here from High Class Wrestling. It has been an honor and a privilege, and I must say, I have been your high guy. Yes, indeed, your fly guy. The truth from the booth, B.I. Double, signing off. And we'll see you on Thursday for Throwdown.